Hi everyone, and welcome to another boring analytics video. Today, I've decided to solve a job requirement example from Upwork using Excel, with a little help from ChatGPT. On this channel, I like to focus on real-life examples and problems, showing how we can approach them step by step. I think this kind of content will be really interesting and useful for you all. The key takeaway here is that with the advancement of AI technology, we can solve problems much more easily. We no longer need to know everything in advance or memorize every formula and programming syntax. So, don't hesitate to ask for help. It's the smart way to become more efficient in your daily work. Let's dive into the job description. Since it's public, we can take a look at it together. And as always, I'll share the sample file we'll be working on. We've got an Excel sheet attached. Let's download it. It represents a table with different munitions types, event types related to date and time, and some columns that seem to be purchase order numbers, although they're not relevant for our requirements. The job requirements are creating a pie chart showing the percentage per munitions type, creating a pie chart showing the percentage per event type, creating a graph displaying event times grouped into 4-hour intervals. The first thing I usually do is convert the data into an actual table. This is just best practice. It makes the data easier to manipulate and export to external sources if needed. So, we'll select the data, go to Insert, and choose Table. From here, I'll check the data for any blank rows, inconsistencies, or errors. It looks like everything is in place, so let's move on to the first task, creating the munitions type pie chart. To do that, we'll create a pivot table. Go to Insert, then Pivot Table. In the pop-up window, choose Existing Worksheet, select the munitions type sheet, and place the pivot table in cell A1. Now, we need to decide what data we want. In this case, we need munitions type and the number of rounds. But we want the number of rounds to be shown as a percentage of the total, so how do we do that? Click on the field and go to Value Field Settings. In the pop-up window, you'll see options like Sum, Count, Average, etc. For us, the default Sum is fine. To format it as a percentage, go to Number Format and choose Percentage. Next, go to Show Values As and select Percentage of Grand Total. That's the data we need for the chart. Now we'll just insert a pie chart. We won't get into formatting or design here, but let's at least add data labels so we can see the percentage of each munitions type. Next up is the event type pie chart, which follows the same steps. Insert a new pivot table in a new sheet. This time, use event type and number of rounds. Again, go to Value Field Settings, format the number as a percentage, and show it as a percentage of the grand total. Insert the pie chart and add data labels. Now for the third request, grouping event times into 4-hour intervals. Honestly, I don't know the exact formula off the top of my head, so let's get some help from our good friend, ChatGPT. We'll open ChatGPT and try to ask something like this. I have table with column E containing timings of events starting from E2 in hour, minute, second format. I need Excel formula to group the events by time slots. Time slot is 4 hours long, starting from 7 a.m. to 11 a.m. for full 24-hour range. We'll got an explanation how formula works so we can understand if someone wants to go into the details. For us, we will just copy the formula into Excel to see how it works. Now, we'll create a new column for time slots and paste the formula. It seems to be working fine. So we'll visually check a few examples to confirm the results. Once everything looks good, we'll create another pivot table with number of rounds and the new time slots column. From this data, we can generate a bar chart to complete the job request. We'll add labels. And we're done. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to like, subscribe, and help me grow this channel and community so we can assist as many people as possible. See you next time. As always, I'm attaching the sample file below so you can practice on your own. Remember, it's through practice that we truly learn and start incorporating these skills into our routine.